Alright, ladies and gentlemen. So it seems in the past I did a video about the League of the South. The League of Unextraordinary Gentlemen, I call them. Because they really aren't extraordinary. And the spokesman of the League of the South decided to chime in. His name's Pat Hines, and let's see what Pat Hines has to say. He's actually been on CNN before, so let's see.
Wants to remove Confederate images, including the Confederate battle flag, from stained glass windows inside the church. And the New York Post says it's time to put Gone with the Wind, the movie, in a museum, calling it a racist artifact.
Yeah.
Is America on the verge of retiring Confederate culture?
And let me just say this, to all you assholes out there who say, oh, it's my heritage, it's not hate. Hate to break it to you, folks. Your heritage is hate. Your heritage is one of slavery and subjugation of the African people. So if you want to fly your stupid, cringy fucking rebel flag and say that I'm so proud of my Southern heritage, well then you're basically admitting I'm proud of my slave-owning Southern heritage. My piece of shit plantation-owning ancestors who owned black people as property. I'm proud of that.
Joined now by Pat Hines, who's the chairman of the South Carolina League of the...
So this guy is the guy who is calling me out on YouTube. A dainty little snowflake if ever I've seen it. What, you couldn't handle your fucking cringy ass white supremacist organization having shit talked about it on the internet? This is what he says to me. He says, racism schmacism. This was published in 2010 right in the middle of Barry's first term, dumb shit. Really, you little communist shit stains are worse than ignorant. You're stupid. Alright, well, Pat Hines, we are about to hear some words of wisdom from Pat Hines.
The South. Also, Bakari Sellers, a former South Carolina state representative and a CNN contributor, and Sonny Hostin, CNN legal analyst and a former federal prosecutor. It's good to have all of you here with me. Pat, I'm going to start with you. Alabama took down the flags. Virginia is taking them.
And I'm not even gonna comment about his appearance. Okay, I'm not even gonna comment. The picture speaks 1,000 words, ladies and gentlemen. Like you picture a chud in your head. This is pretty much what pops into my mind when I think of a chud. I don't know about you guys, but I mean he's pretty much fits the bill.
Them off their license plates. Businesses stopped selling them, and it seems pretty likely that South Carolina is going to take this flag down too. I know you want the flag to stay put, but it seems like it's on the losing side of history right now, honestly. What do you make?
Just like the Confederates were on the losing side. Ha ha ha.
Think of that.
Well, it's part of the ongoing.
All right. And let me just say this for all you assholes out there who are going to accuse me of being a Yankee scum. Right? My blood bleeds sweet tea, right? I was born in Tennessee. I'm a Southern boy. I actually have ancestors that fought for the Confederacy. It makes me sick. I had some ancestors that were probably some fucking chuds, died at the Battle of Antietam or some shit, just so they could keep some black people in chains. And while I'm on this soapbox, let me talk about how lazy the fucking plantation owners were. Right? You want to talk about laziness? Right, these plantation owners sat on their fat white asses and let the black people do all the work for this country. Let them raise the crops, harvest the crops, process the crops, do basically all the labor. And you sat on your fat, bougie, rich white asses and sip sweet tea. While the entire African American community was mobilized into a workforce for you. For your precious plantations. So you can make some profits.
Attempt to erase Southern culture. Oh, it's part of the ongoing attempt to erase Southern culture.
And what is Southern culture, you dumb fuck chud? What is Southern culture to you? Just owning slaves and being proud of your fucking white skin? There's nothing to be proud of, dipshit.
People have been wanting to do this for years and years, and now they appear to have a chance. I think it's really a shame that they're doing this on the backs of those those families that are suffering right now with the loss of loved ones. I really think that's a crime.
But there are lots. Listen, I'm from the South, and there are lots of, there are parts of Southern culture that I can celebrate. I mean, I love the lazy afternoons. I love having drinks in the afternoons, and there are good parts of Southern culture that one can celebrate.
Having drinks in the afternoons. I don't. That's. Okay, I've never really even heard of that being like a staple of Southern culture. I don't know where Don Lemon grew up in the South, but like drinking in the middle of the afternoon, that's not like a Southern stereotype. I don't know what that's from.
Why just celebrate that part? Why not put it in a museum where most people think it belongs?
Yeah.
Well, we don't just celebrate that part. That particular site there on the State House grounds is a war memorial. As most people know, or maybe you don't, South Carolina lost more men in the war between the states than they have lost in all the wars since then.
It's almost like they shouldn't have seceded. It's almost like they should have just let the slaves go and not tried to fight a racist fucking war over them.
I think it was almost over 60,000 South Carolinians perished. And
that memorial...
Nobody was forcing them to go fight. Cry me a motherfucking river.
Not go up right after the war. That flag did not go up right after the memorial went up.
If I was a time traveler, I would go back and fight for the fucking Union. I would defect from the South and fight for the Union, which is what any moral person would do. I'm calling them out. There was not a single good Confederate general. Morally good. Stonewall Jackson, fuck him. Robert E. Lee, fuck him. If you're a Confederate, fuck you.
Years and years
the
after.
Flag that was
I hope you're rotting in hell.
on the state cap. The flag that was on the Capitol Dome is not the same flag that's up on the War Memorial. It's a completely different flag. I know there's striking similarities between the two, but they're not the same flag. The one that was on the Capitol Dome was a rectangular flag that was the Confederate Naval Jack, and it had no relationship to the flags flying over the memorial.
Oh, so it wasn't a Confederate flag, it was a Confederate Navy flag. It's different. It's different, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Pat Hines, chairman of the South Carolina League of the South, and I go to random people's YouTube videos and comment that they're stupid because I'm very insecure. Yeah, you're not really looking like a league of anything other than a league of fucking failures and losers, dude.
I know, like I
You're
said,
in a league of your own in that category.
It's a subtle difference, and I realize people may not know that.
Yeah. I want Sonny and Bakari to respond to that. What do you guys think?
Well, first, I want to say that we, the three of us, and the shades that we are and the hues that we are, we're part of Southern culture as well.
Yeah.
We are part of Southern heritage as well. And I don't want to bore Mr. Hines with the history of the flag being put up.
The South was built on the backs of black people. Let's not beat around the bush here. To ignore black people's contribution to the South, to Southern culture, to Southern economy, is to live in fantasy land. Quite frankly, anything that I find valuable and enduring about Southern culture comes from the black community. You want to talk about good food? You want to talk about good music? That's where it all comes from.
Up in
White people didn't do jack diddly shit to cement themselves as a culture worth defending down here. What's part of your culture down here worth defending? Incest? Fried chicken? Sweet tea? Slavery? I mean, what is it exactly?
1962 in response to civil rights gains.
Right.
But what we do know is that last Wednesday, to show honor to that flag, Dylan Roof went into this church behind us. To show honor to that flag, he shot 9 people. To show honor to that flag, he murdered 9 people. He reloaded that clip 5 times after worshiping with those people.
And fuck Tindy Boy Dylan Roof. I can't say that enough. I hope that his asshole's getting turned inside out in prison, and I hope he's just having a hell of a time there, because that fucker deserves every single bit of pain he's got coming to him.
That is what he did to show honor to that flag. And for me, I'm sick and tired of that flag being shown honor in front of our state house, not just here in South Carolina, but throughout the South.
And you know, I've said this over and over again, and I've said this to Mr. Hines before, symbols matter. And it is very clear that this is a symbol of domestic terrorism. It's a symbol meant to invoke fear.
Look at Dylan Roof over there with his fucking race car shirt on. He's in his mom's bedroom, which is apparently like his favorite place to take these weird pictures at. I don't understand what Dylan Roof's fascination is with taking these weird selfies. Like, he did all these selfies where he's posing with guns and shit. One of them without a shirt on, like in this bedroom. So I don't know if this is like his parents' bedroom, if he's got like the best angle in here or something, but it's cringy as hell, dude.
And I remember
he looks like a 12-year-old boy on his way to the Civil War reenactment.
I remember being in North Carolina, visiting my father. We were in the Outer Banks, and I literally saw a truck with a huge Confederate flag, two guys sitting, drinking beer, staring at me. I grabbed my children a little closer. It invoked fear in my heart. And that is the reaction that most African Americans have. I have taken, granted, an informal poll since I have been here. Every single person I've spoken to lament the murder of the 9, but then immediately say, we've got to take the flag down. The people of South Carolina want the flag down, and it needs to come down.
People are looking at everything when it comes to the flag now, including movies. You know, we talked about Gone with the Wind. We talked about The Stained Glass at the National Cathedral.
Let's speed this up a little bit, see if they get back to our boy Pat.
There was this I just got from North Charleston Police. There was a sergeant that was terminated. A sergeant, what was his name?
Look at this fucking chud. Jesus, this is the master race right here, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting full-blown Aryan over here. Look at this fucking guy. They say he's a cop. Some of those that work forces are the same that burn crosses, ladies and gentlemen. Quoting Rage Against the Machine here, but it's very much true. Like, this guy pulls you over and you're a black guy. Are you really gonna feel safe?
And
just keeping it real here.
He posted a picture of himself wearing Confederate boxers on the internet, and he was fired from that. So, Pat, do you think this is a cleansing of culture? I mean, why would someone have a display like that?
Our culture needs to be cleansed of these motherfucking idiot racist chuds. They need to be pushed to the backwaters of society, forced to dwell in mud huts and straw of pitch and daub, which is where the swamp creatures like them belong. They don't deserve to be, to have a spot on CNN, certainly. They don't deserve to be treated with these little dainty kitty gloves. They certainly don't deserve to be treated like reasonable human beings. These are chuds. These are inbred swamp scum, ladies and gentlemen. We need to cleanse our society of them.
Considering what's going on. Let Pat answer and I'll let you guys get into it.
Well, I can't address somebody that takes photographs of himself in his underwear for no matter what's on him.
Oh, come on, Pat, like you've never done that.
But trying to link the battle flag at the War Memorial to this young man, this young murderer, is absurd.
This young murderer who has Confederate flags all the fuck over him, who's posing with Confederate flags, who literally says he's doing this to start a race war so the South can rise again. Dumb shit.
It was just
in a video I posted quite a while ago. This was on my original channel. I posted some videos about some Tennessee Nazis who, while they denounced Dylan Roof on paper, they gave these token denunciations. They then went on to say, but we believe that what he did was fundamentally a response to the assault on our Southern culture. So they gave ideological and intellectual justification for Dylan Roof's brutal murder and racist murders, but they completely denounce him when it's convenient for them. I bet your bottom dollar behind closed doors, every single one of these chuds loves Dylan Roof.
It's just dishonest.
Why is it absurd?
We don't have any relationship with him whatsoever.
You hear many white supremacists and... But it's being,
I don't know what he
so
was.
many white supremacists who are giving honor to this flag, who are wearing this flag.
Every time I see a white supremacist rally, they're flying that fucking flag. The League of the South, your own group, Pat Hines, flies that fucking flag. So if you're trying to sit over here and act like, oh, it's not a racist symbol.
Cannot deny that. To deny that is a
Do
denial
you
of
think
reality.
we're idiots? Do you think we're just so fucking stupid we can't see the forest for the motherfucking trees? It's obvious that you're racist, Pat Hines. Why don't you just fucking embrace it? I would have more respect for you if you just said, you know what, fuck it, I am a racist. I'm a white supremacist. I'm a Southern nationalist. If you said all those things on CNN, I would have more respect for you than if you try to skirt around saying, oh, I'm not racist, I just believe in my heritage and all that
People
bullshit.
can wear what they want. That's part of freedom of expression. I'm sure you.
But I don't see anyone wearing.
Alright, I'm gonna wear a shirt that says the League of the South sucks donkey dick. Alright, and I'll see if you're okay with that.
The African flag. I don't see anyone wearing the United States flag. I don't see anyone wearing the flag for peace or the symbol of peace when they are committing atrocities. When it comes to race, when they're committed bigoted racial atrocities, they're wearing the flag of the Confederacy. You should have a huge problem with that.
Well, we don't know that
the
the DC sniper flew. The DC sniper, didn't see any flags on him, but he killed a whole bunch of people. I view that as the same as this one. They were both murderers. And they
were both murderers. Let's just completely ignore the intention and the ideology behind them, but they were both murderers.
Yeah, but you're making the point that we're making. It's that, if the DC, they didn't use a flag.
Well, he's being dishonest, right? I mean, the bottom line is
what?
we know what that flag stands for. We know what the flag stands for. Besides, you know what the flag.
We all know what the flag stands for, dude. You trying to pussyfoot around it and act like it's not a racist symbol isn't working at all. It fools literally nobody. Maybe it fools dumb fuck chuds like you, but it doesn't fool anybody else.
And I'm not going to let you stay on this program trying to pretend like the flag isn't a flag of domestic terrorism, isn't a flag of hatred, and it is a flag that you are embracing.
I guess I will be here. Well,
Go ahead. I'll give you the last word.
We're going to defend the flag. We're going to defend the flag. We're going to try to keep it where it is. And everybody needs to come to grips with the fact that 60% of this state are whites that support that flag. That's just a simple fact.
60% of the state are whites that support the flag. Now, that, he kind of went mask off with his white supremacy right there. He really is putting this as a battle, whites against blacks, Confederates against non-Confederates. I have to say this, Pat Hines, you didn't disappoint. You were about as chuddy as I figured. Jesus Christ, you look like you've drinking your fair share of sweet tea and you've eaten your fair share of husk puppies, my friend, because you definitely live up to the stereotype. Glad to see the League of the South is being represented by master race specimens like Pat Hines out here with a whopping 13 subscribers. He puts this category under comedy, which is funny. Let's see what other videos he's got up on here. More CNN interviews. I mean, this is just amazing. Thank you, CNN, for platforming Nazi scumbag pieces of shit like this. Real great journalism job right there. He's also got some fascinating videos about his dogs. And BMW Roadster Homecoming 2018. So, this is kind of weird. This is Pat Hines' YouTube channel. Let's click on this one. Why does he have this uploaded? Is he like jacking off to this or something? I'm pretty sure Pat Hines is like fapping to this, ladies and gentlemen. That's kind of weird. Like, on one hand, I respect the talent of whoever's driving that remote control car up this girl parking it on her tits. But at the same time, it's like, bro, we all know, Pat Hines, why you have this on your fucking channel. We all know what you're doing, Pat. You're rubbing that master race dick. So, yeah. Disturbing, disgusting. Pat Hines, if you see this, you got my attention, buddy. You're pretty fucking pathetic. You really didn't make the League of the South look good. You pretty much confirmed, you're proof positive, everything I had to say about him is true. So, yeah, that was fascinating. Pat Hines, everybody, spokesman of the South Carolina League of the South. A real master race specimen.